Alright, Monday, the 27th of Jan, of what feels like an extra long, super long January. And we've got some weekly closes to go into, which we will talk about, and we'll talk about Bitcoin. So, first of all, um, let's just go to one that doesn't have anything on, and I'll probably just delete all this stuff. Whoops. So, Bitcoin, I think last night I was in the chat with Adrian and I was saying it looks a bit rough. And the reason why it looks rough to me is because one, we have a double top on the daily. Two, we have some bearish div, and three, the weekly failed miserably at closing above 104 or into this structure. So right now this looks like we could do something like this for a while, which would be okay. As long as we can hold sort of like, I'd say 94, but more importantly down here at the yearly open. But 94 really, I would really love to hold. Sort of like this structure in here for more up. And we also could be in like, the reason why we also could be in a boring range is because look at where these daily bands are. These daily combination bands can go quite straight for a while and basically carve out a range. Like these cannot move for a long time, and you could just get something like this for like 3-4 months. Like we've seen Bitcoin do that a lot. Um, it looks pretty bad right now, but as long as we can do some sort of higher low, I still think it'll be looking pretty decent. Now I obviously have the Stubers drawn out on this from the 89k low up to this 109k high, and I've been talking about higher low for a long time, to be honest. So my perfect area would be sort of a dump underneath, take that liquidity, come back and then regain, and then come back into the mid around 95. That would be ideal, but yeah, let's see. And we currently have way more longs in the market, so 65% of accounts are long. So lots of longs. Like this is probably not going to stop here. And even if we do like come up and do that, I think it's going to be a bearish retest for sure. I'm actually, as a disclaimer, short from 105k over the weekend. I think I'm marketed in a short to hedge, like literally just over here or something, somewhere there. Yeah, it's up 30%. So yeah, a little bit of short term trend down, but once this kind of comes back down into here, to be honest, even December, a lot of these alts are like looking really, to be honest, juicy. But I want to wait for 90, like at least 95k and see what happens. But yeah, that's Bitcoin, and I mean, I'm in a short. I'll probably maybe long December. We'll have to see. But other than that, yeah, it just looks a bit. It looks a bit like it's not ready to go yet, and it's not. It's definitely not. Especially as you can tell by that weekly close. Now, USDT dominance is kind of just doing nothing, but um, yeah, I guess we have broken the low. You know, this is just going to do this until it breaks down. Um, and to be honest, not really too much to say about it. I guess people are taking profit, and this is probably going to be an area of resistance as well. I don't even really want to talk about that. Crypto one again, not looking ready after that weekly close. Like we need to see a close above there to actually get the blue sky breakout, and it's even very possible that we could do this and come and test this like previous swing, which is untested by the way on the weekly time frame, the high from last cycle. Just so you know, and I've had this kind of like bull flag drawn out for ages. As like, of course, if we hold the yearly open, still good for up, but I wouldn't. This is definitely not out of the equation for me. But anyway, as long as we hold that, I still think it's looking actually genuinely good. Um, on that, that's total one. Total 2, kind of on the level right now. ETH actually looks slightly better and more attractive to me. But we do have this weekly bearish divergence, which is a little bit worrying on Total 2. Total 3, again, I was looking at this close last night and I was like, this is just definitely not ready. This is not ready to rake out unless we get a couple like weekly closes above this swing for me. Again, yearly open's going to be quite important on a lot of these things for daily and weekly closes, and this is like the low of the range here. And if we start losing this stuff and start retesting, we're going to do something really, really nasty in the market. But again, no evidence of that just yet, and you know, we could definitely hold 95k and then keep going up because we are in, the local price section is down because we lost that and we lost this, but this low is still intact and it's very important, and we do have a higher high here, so it's not all lost, it's not all doom and gloom, but it's looking a bit rough this week, and especially looking rough for alts. So I'm gonna mostly concentrate on my spot holdings this week. I think I'm gonna get quite a few opportunities to buy a Fat Town Injective at a lower price, like $18.5 Injective. Yeah, that's a gift, mate. That is a gift. Let's quickly just have a look at ETH Bitcoin. Excuse me. Let me just check the stream's okay. Stream's good, yeah? Oh, here we go. We've got a little coin flow index. Yeah, stable coins very, very high right now. Large caps getting dicked. Shit coins are obviously down in the dark doldrums. Yeah, that stablecoin reading is a little bit crazy, and it's also quite crazy to not see that much of a spike on USDT dominance. Like, it's up what, 5%? That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. I guess some of it's going into Bitcoin. Oh yeah, Bitcoin Dom. So, my position on Bitcoin Dom for a little while has been this. Sort of November test and hopefully a lower high. I still think we're gonna get that, and this area here is where I'll be looking for like a major breakdown. But even then, we'll probably just come back down to the midline and then see what happens. See what happens there with Bitcoin Dom. But again, I don't think the altcoin market is like essentially ready to break out, but it looks like semi-decent. And not all hope is definitely lost. Let's just have a look at ETH quickly. Firstly on the weekly. You guys can tell me what you think, but what I think is that I think we are still in the accumulation zone for ETH. Because all of these wicks and this May level is just basically a chance to accumulate on spot. Now, obviously, if we do that, it's going to be down here. But I'm quite happy to accumulate, spot ETH at these prices rather than wait for a possible breakdown when no evidence suggests that Bitcoin is going to break like 92k down here and like do that. So yeah, it doesn't actually look like the worst, but it doesn't look the best either. I know that's kind of like a little bit of nothing, but another thing is we do have the combination band coming here, and this is going to be the second wick inside. So it's not like looking the worst, but we are bearishly retesting levels and losing them. So like, for example, if we get that, I think that will be, that'll be a short. Yeah, let's have a look at XRP. Oh, it's retesting its previous high. This looks fine, actually. I don't think this looks bad at all. Just delete all this shit. This is probably going to go a little bit lower though. I think if we do get the slight bounce on Bitcoin, which we definitely could have, like just a little one up to here to underside retest, I'm probably going to be shorting quite a lot of things. What was I on? XRP. Yeah, this is probably quite a good one to short. And let me just have a look and see if there's any sort of whoopsie. Bit slow this morning. No, not really. Yeah, this might be a decent short, but let's see. Solana again broke down from its high. Yeah, we're just going for a little retrace. This weekly was so close to closing above this, by the way, this previous candle. But now we're just gonna we're gonna go full back down to the low of the range, most probably, which is in here. Definitely Q2 and yearly open again. I'm probably gonna buy some more spot on the yearly open, quite heavily on Sol. Popcat, oh, my Popcat trade's definitely been stopped out. I did long support down here, just because I had a few orders set, and yeah, they've definitely been stopped, so that's looking a bit rough. I guess we'll try again down at 2.5 or something. You know, that is looking record. That is looking record. I'm gonna try again in probably like 2.6 to 2.3, somewhere there. Doge, we're actually on the yearly open, so I think a few of my orders got hit. I think I'm in a long on this at the moment, which doesn't make me feel like madly comfortable, but I will definitely be watching this 4 hour close to see if we close below or above. I guess it's kind of there, so we're right on the level right now. If we close like below 1.3 on the 4 hour on this next 4 hour, I'll probably just cut it. But right now I am in a long on Dodge, just so you guys know. I just had orders laddered in like 3-1 to, yeah, like 3-1 or something. Interesting. I'm definitely gonna cut that if it looks a bit trash. FET's actually breaking down. We kind of still on the low here. If this daily candle were to ping back up and close back in here, I'd be pretty excited, but I don't think that's going to happen, and it's not looking amazing. So I'm probably going to buy a decent amount of FET in here if we do get to that. But it's like, it's weird. Bitcoin looks shit, and alts are like at their all-time low, but they could definitely do a decent amount more if we do dump down. Another one that I've got my eye on for spot is Tau. But the reason why I haven't bought any yet is because, wow, look at this. This is so nasty. That is so nasty. Is because we actually don't have a higher high and we still have a lower low. So there's possibly a Stuber in here for a bounce. But I'm more looking for spot at the moment. And to be honest, this could actually go even further down if we get like a larger breakdown. But I definitely am interested on like accumulating spot, FET, Tau, and injective, which is going to be a godsend down here. Let me get this chart. Bro, $18.5 injective. Yeah, give me that. But right now, I'm actually just going to wait on these three because if we do get 95, I want to see us hit 95 first for this liquidity, and it's looking quite likely that we do something like this, the bounce, and then come back down into December, into here. So I want to wait for that first before I do accumulate some of my spot, and then hopefully injective will literally be in here in this pocket, and I'm just gonna buy up a shit ton of spot in here on this low. No emotion, no nothing. It's just gonna be straight bids in there. Render, yeah, I'm out of my trade on render. I had a long on like 6.8 for so long, and yeah, that's been stopped out. I think, yeah, definitely on this candle here, somewhere like there, for an actual loss. So yeah, sometimes we take the losses. I did take a tiny like 10% profit, but it's just not enough to make it a profitable trade. That's alright though. Another thing that's quite interesting is WorldCoin, especially because they have that like open open AI links and the investment stuff. But I mean, the buzz is on deepfake. What's it called? Deep science, deepfake, or whatever. So I'm more kind of just like watching this and not making any active
Deep
plays on it
Seek.
yet. Deep seek, yeah, deep seek. So yeah, I'm not actually looking to do anything on this at the moment, but it does potentially look interesting. But like I said, yeah, I want to see Bitcoin possibly hit 95k first before I do anything on spot. But yeah,
Go look at the NAS 100, like pre-trading on Oanda or FXCM or something.
Nas.
Just put 100. Just type in 100
You're on crypto
and
right
take.
now.
Oh
Take
Yeah.
the crypto tab.
No, NAS 100 is the thing. Is the ticker.
cool, cool, cool. NES 100 Pepperstone. Yeah.
Go FXCM or Oanda. Yeah.
Hmm. You know, it has potential to regain this, to like get a nice close above here or here on the day. Yeah, it just.
Yeah, if you lose that low right there, like the
Mhm.
yeah, if you lose that low, you're going to 20k.
Yeah.
If you lose 20k, you're going to see a weekly downtrending
Mhm.
TradFi market.
For sure.
So,
And it could get
but it's
really,
just
really
panic
risky.
selling right now.
Yeah, I'm not too panicked yesterday. Like yesterday, I was actually looking at the daily and the weekly, and I was like, it looks really bad at the moment. But I don't think like everything's lost until we like start doing new lows and shit and stuff like that. But we could definitely range for a while. I was showing people the combination bags here. We could definitely range like here and here for like a while, months, like months. But yeah,
I think we're total pre-market losses so far somewhere around $2 trillion of the stock market
damn.
this morning.
And
That's really fucked up.
we have 1.83 longs to every short in the market at the moment. Wait, let me have a look at that again on the hourly. Yeah, 1.84. That's crazy. And the long to short just spiked up as well in the last hour. Yeah, just dump it. Just fucking get rid of it. But yeah, I'm in the short from 105, just a hedge. But so yeah, pretty chilling at the moment. I want to see maybe like an underside retest of here, and I'll probably reshort it. But yeah, spot I'll be buying Solana around the yearly open just for my like just so I can transact on Solana stuff like that. And then yeah, injective, FET and Tau. I'm just gonna just wait a tiny bit just to see if we get a little bit lower on Bitcoin. And it also just doesn't look good from a chart perspective as well. Unless like we can ping up here, but it doesn't look like that at the moment. And Tau's actually still in a downtrend, even if though it had that good pump. But yeah, definitely watching those things. I think someone said Griffin in the chat, so we will have a look at that. Deep Seek slaying us. Yeah. Griffin, Sui, pretty rough to face a real AI bubble pop. I don't think the AI bubble is gonna pop at all. I actually think AI will probably lead a lot of coins out of the market, and they'll rise from the ashes because AI will be pumping the crypto space. Nvidia underside retesting. If we fail looking at a retracement to 22% down, I mean, yeah, we're looking at a decent retracement
The
here. Ooh, ho
so
ho ho. Sorry, go on, Adrian.
yeah, don't look at that one.
Oh my god.
That's rough.
Yeah, Max Payne down. Also, I was actually doing some scrolling on. It's quite valuable to do this sometimes on X and YouTube. I was watching some videos just from like just influence and stuff like that, and I was actually going through the comments because it's quite a good way to gauge like the average person in the market sentiment. And the average person in the market is like very, very mentally drained. Probably because they joined the market in the last maybe year/2, and most of their altcoin bags are down. So they've nearly tapped out, but I don't think they've capitulated yet. They haven't sold their bag, but they are down, and they're probably getting close to the area of like tapping out. So if we do get like a massive flush, like we are getting, maybe like a little bit more on alts, I think we're going to see a capitulation sell and then possibly a big regain, where they're probably just going to sell to like big institutions and Trump and shit. Not down enough. Well, not yet, but like if you look at Bitcoin, there's too many drawings on this. If you look at Bitcoin, like let me go on the 12 hour. Like we could definitely hold this structure for a while. Whoops. Like alts take a massive flush down to here, and then like Bitcoin dumb, and we just range, and then some of them will pop off in this range. Only the chosen ones. But for me, I just don't really see any evidence of like doing something like 80k, high 70k yet. Still. And like the expectation is that if we come down to the yearly open, that we are going to hold it. So.
Yeah, let's hope on that.
But yeah, let's have a look at Griffin just for because yeah. So we have an interesting 4-hour close coming up. Strong magnet. Yeah, this could possibly prove like a small bounce up to here. But again, I think if we get this bounce now today, I'm probably going to be looking to short quite a few things because I don't think we're going to get a very bullish week this week. And we also have quite a lot of data, so yeah. What's the data coming out? Let me have a look. Oh yeah, I haven't talked about the liquidity as well. Damn. So there is a lot of liquidity up at 107.5k. And then conversely, 95k. I think I've been talking about 95k for a little while now, especially when we're up in that high range. So really for me, like it's nothing crazy, nothing unexpected. I think I've been talking about 95k for a little while. And once we hit that, I'll probably be targeting 107.5. But let's see. We'll be in a local downtrend at that point, so we'll have to regain something for me to unlock that possibility. But yeah, we're just going to go test the low of the range. And I'm not like freaking out right now, to be honest. Just looking at my spot portfolio is a bit sad, but you know, DCA, gonna get some good buying opportunities here, hopefully, on the alts. And then if Bitcoin can hold its yearly open, everyone's gonna be looking back in like 6 months and being like, why didn't I buy Injective at $18? It's at 100 now. But yeah, please, Mr. President, we need 500 billion to compete with this Chinese project. Yeah. Peep hype. Yes, I will. Sui. Let me do Sui for Primo first. Sui. Oh my god, bro. This is absolute just... Bro, sorry. I just got distracted by this. Wrecked.
Oh, you Tia? Are you wrecked on Tia?
A little bit, yeah.
Little bit. Shit, me too.
Low key, low key. I'm not even gonna hide it from you guys. Oh yeah, Sui. I was actually talking about this all the way up here, to be honest. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. This coin's pretty fucking strong, isn't it? We're in that combination band as well. You know, I'm expecting. I know this is quite like a bearish tone from my stream, just because the local trend is down, and I'm expecting more down ultimately. But I do think that we could get a bounce very very soon, up to like here, and underside retest this stuff. And this is actually one that's not looking too bad because this is going to enter the oversold area of the oscillator, and we've already got 2 wicks in the band on the 4 hour. So I actually quite like this for a possible long trade, which is just going to be a bounce. It's actually pretty decent. 7% up to there, and if you get up to there, it's 14. It's not bad. But what's the risk? Not the best. See, I don't really like that, actually. It's more worth if we do get into December and you can set like a 2% stop. And then you can have a 10% upside to the daily weekly open. But right now, it's a little bit too far up from the level. Maybe one more hourly candle that goes down to here. It's not looking too bad. It's not looking too bad at all. Let's have a look at hype. Hype. Oof. What to say on this? This has got too much stuff going on. Hold on. There's actually a few interesting things on this chart, if I'm being completely honest. So I think let me just take these away. Yeah, let me take that away. So, okay. Low, higher high, bearish retest of the yearly open, local lower low, but this could be a lower high. This is definitely a Stuber as well. In the Stuber, hey, like I said, I think this looks good for a bounce up to here, and then overall, I'm not really too bullish on the market at the moment, so maybe like that, and down a little bit lower back into here, especially if I'm looking for 95k on Bitcoin. But again, I think Zeus was talking about this swing a while ago, like 19 to $18 on hype. I think that's a good area to just load spot, like if you're looking to buy something. Oh, we're already getting the bounce anyway, so yeah. But I just not really overall too bullish on the market this week. But it does look like we're
Yeah,
getting
me
a
too.
nice
But
bounce.
look at the hype and what it did for a retracement
hmm
comparing to the rest of the market. So
It's quite shallow,
first thing first, yeah, it's quite strong,
and it's still
and I'm
it's still
already
holding
laddering.
actually.
Yeah, it does. It didn't fucking do, break anything actually.
hmm
So that's why I'm already half laddering into the longs on that one.
It's looking good actually. Was to be honest.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like it. I definitely like it to be honest. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, we could just get like one dumpy week this week and then just fucking
It's
start
gonna be
setting up.
every single week the same story all over again.
Yeah, maybe. People
Believe me,
like
how many
high
times
volatility.
did we hear already, like from last couple months? Oh yeah, next week's gonna be better. Oh, next week's gonna be better.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
shit.
Until
Come
we
on,
actually get
fucking
something,
hell.
it's
But this shakeout is so ridiculous. I really don't fucking get it. Like how easy the market scares
well,
and
yeah,
panic still.
it is crazy. I feel like sentiments are like an all-time low because everyone's in alts.
Yeah, but
Um,
dude, some of the coins did fucking minus 30% in
yeah.
one go. It's fucking scary. And the thing is more like scary as in like how quick people panicking,
Mm.
market panicking.
Well, it just means we need a bigger flush out, to be honest. But this is not like unexpected. Like when we were in here, it's like, yeah, this is a very real possibility. Like this is probably gonna happen. It's just a shame that alts are really, really weak this time around, and I mean exceptionally weak. Because like usually, if we're in like we're at 100k and we're ranging on Bitcoin and alts aren't popping off, strange.
Hmm.
It's very different this cycle to last cycle in that aspect. But yeah, I do think we are gonna just range for a bit. Like this
Yeah, well,
demand can't be ignored on Bitcoin. Like I think people are gonna be scooping it up on spot and stuff like that. Like we've got a lot of probably big high net worth players slightly not on the sidelines but also like looking to scoop up more. And I think this is a big demand. I don't see it breaking yet. Fear and greed currently at 71. What? Who's greedy on what? Literally, I don't get it. Everyone has
me
been talking
too.
about a stock crash since COVID recovery. They actually have this year. We have been talking about that quite a lot, and it's definitely a very real possibility. But there's just no evidence of it yet. Like this is all predictions, if buts and maybes, bro. Like if this does this, then it could do that. Like we don't. I don't. I'm seeing it make all-time highs right now. That's what's up. And Bitcoin's above 100k or at 100k. Like you gotta put it in perspective sometimes. Match the game of chicken. Panicking for me would be fear and greed index at 40, 45. Would take quite a lot. It's also a game theory. It's not necessarily everybody's scared, but everybody betting on everybody else sells because they're scared, so they want to front run the market. Well, I haven't really sold that much.
I didn't sell shit actually.
Like,
Still
I'm not
holding it.
gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna sell. I'm not fucking selling. Let's have a look at see how this is doing. This is doing okay. Yeah, it's doing okay. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Just get that close above. But yeah, I might actually buy a little bit of spot, but actually no. I'm gonna just be patient.
I'm done with Griffin already. Fuck that shit.
Nah. Graphane's gonna do bits, man. Trying to scare me out of the market. I'm not scared. I've seen it all before, mate. Yeah, see that's looking a bit. That's looking actually. If this closes above there, this band's gonna go straight, and it's just gonna be looking decent. Double decent. Look, that's right on its low as well. Right on its low. Right on its low. Ultimately, a good flush out for the hypercycle. The hyper cycle. I don't think they're selling. They are over leveraged and getting deleveraged. Yeah. Oh, for sure. That's always been the thing. Like people, do you know what? Do you know what's crazy? Like, tell me if I'm wrong, but people saying that Trump's rugged them. Like, how fucking retarded can you get?
No,
Like, you
that's not
rugged your
possible.
fucking self, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's your own fault. Like, Trump did not steal your money. You put your money into a meme coin and lost it. It's like, even when it dumped 50%, it's like I saw people like some random fucking people that I follow on Instagram, like I don't even know them, like being like Trump rugged you, oh, not very democratic. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You have no idea what you're talking about, bro. Like absolutely no idea. So like, there's a lot of like, I think there's a lot of retards in the market this time around. Like, genuinely, they're like they've come in on Popcat and now they're losing all their money and like getting really pressed. My father-in-law asked me if I should buy Trump this weekend. Yeah, sell the whole
Yes, say
shit.
yes, yes, yes. Just
Just
say
sell
yes,
everything.
yes.
It's
Put everything
done
on
for
it.
a bit. Tons of crypto TikTok influencers. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah,
Yeah, but it's
100%.
every single cycle,
Yeah,
every
but
single.
yeah, you're right, Adrian. It is. I was seeing this last cycle, but I do think this
We
cycle.
forgot about it.
Do you know why? Do you know why? There's a good theory, and it kind of goes along with like the theory of how many tokens there are being released, and it's like there's just so much in the market now. There's so many participants. There's way many There's so much better traders as well, and there's just way more people giving like shit advice and like trying to shill their own shit. Like, so it's become really fragmented. Really, really fragmented. My friend lost tons of money on Trump. He said it's still the right investment. The only thing that was wrong was that he bought the
Wait,
all-time
what?
high. Fuck. Like
Oh
what?
my fucking god!
It's just it's
No,
bro. Like come on. Like if you didn't get
dude.
Trump like within the hour of it launching, just like wait. Just wait for a week or something, bro. Like
Yeah, but then I don't feel sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
don't either.
Maybe that's rough, but that I don't feel sorry.
Neither do I,
If you're
but
stupid enough to put so much money in something that's so stupid and that high, then it's your own fault.
it is
That's all.
100%. Like the president is not rugging you. Like you're fucking pissing your money away into the market. It's like pissing in the wind. And it's just like I don't have sympathy for you, brother. I do have sympathy for people that have DCA'd their altcoin bags this whole year in anticipation of having like a bullish 2025, like an alt season or something, and it's just not planning out that way so far. Yeah, and it's a little bit draining, but if you're confident in your bags, slash you got them quite low, you should just be chilling, holding on to what you have, possibly cutting your losses and DCAing in to your favorite ones.
Hey, just out of curiosity, can anyone write in the chat like if they feel like they need to sell everything, or if they're like how they're actually feeling? Like if people are feeling like this is the end and you're looking to sell everything, or if you're looking to buy, like what's just kind of like gauge, kind of like a temp check.
Well, I was telling these guys that I was actually scrolling like YouTube and Twitter last night, and like on influencers' videos and stuff. And the general feel for the market is very, very tapped out at the moment because they're all in alts and they're all down on their alts. Like
Yeah.
it's super like
Um,
the mindset of the market right now is like it's kind of over. But I don't think they've capitulated sold yet. They're just like at the stage where it's like we're getting there.
yeah, and it's hard to gauge this group, like our chat, because you know we are like the anti-pleb Discord.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
um,
No, I'm not selling shit yet. Definitely not. I'm just buying more. Yeah, I'm just only a little bit scared that the market is panicking really quick. Some things,
yeah,
but
I mean that's the thing is like I don't know. I don't think this is this is like a little break in the AI bubble. I don't think it's like the end by any means, but um, the opportunity, like one of the interesting things that I was reading about this morning, I read a couple different articles, and somebody brought up the Sputnik argument. And Sputnik, yeah, so Sputnik was like the first satellite launched into space. I think it like had a simple radio signal or something by the Russians. So they did it back in like the 50s, I think. Anyways, that type of technology didn't exist in the U.S., and the U.S. saw it as like, okay, that was the event. The Sputnik event was like the U.S. started the space race, and we have to play catch up, and we have to dump hundreds of billions of dollars into this. Um, and this kind of in like a tech way or like a technology or a capability way, like this is kind of the same in that sense. This is like the Sputnik moment. You've got a foreign country, it's probably filled with all types of like Chinese and CCP controls, who basically made an AI cheaper for like something like 5.5 million or $6 million, supposedly. Now we don't know what's going on. It's China. Everything they tell us is effectively lies most of the time. So it could be a big LARP. That would be the funniest thing. But
Mhm.
what the only real possibility now is that since this has happened and like the event has occurred, like DeepSeek is out, people are using it, it's open source, like it's pretty wild because it's beating a lot of the other AI shit. If the US now, like with Trump, pivots to, actually, no, I mentioned it last week, $500 billion to AI and tech stuff. If they start running with that, like pushing that, like what do you think is going to happen if if the US government starts directly funding AI companies like in that sense? So,
To the moon.
yeah, I mean, it's capital injection because there's a lot of things like the M2, like the liquidity index is still like parabolically trending higher, even though we're not in or like the pandemic lockdowns, right? So I'm not saying it's the end of the world or end of the bubble, but there's like key levels on like on TradFi that I mention every time I stream is like NQ cannot lose 20k, SP and the SP 500 can't lose, what is it? The level 5,700. So this needs to be a shakeout, like a really hard one, but it needs to start like an aggressive buyback, and we've already had a pretty okay bounce off the lows, but yeah, it's the other one too is like the VIX pre-market right now is like over 20 after it ended the market under 15. So it's not like a catastrophic end world event right now yet. It's not even as bad as the move from Wednesday. The problem is on the open, when stuff starts getting settled, we're going to see some crazy shakeups because the market's been trending lower all morning. So basically the Monday open is going to look like this, right? You're going to see a shit ton of people panicking at the same time as you have a shit ton of people taking profit on shorts, right? So that market effect, we could see a major bounce or a major continuation, but with that and the volatility, I think it's just going to be wild this week. And what do we have Wednesday? We have the federal interest rate decision.
Mm-hmm.
If everything starts trending lower right now, and like let's say we break some local support on the Nasdaq and the S&P 500, like the entire Fed is going to be massively incentivized and pushed to start dropping rates again.
Well, Trump is
So
very
what if
much trying to
inflation
get
comes
that.
in? Yeah.
Sort of
He
trying to get
wants rates back to zero.
Mm-hmm. And to be honest, I actually kind of believe that his influence can sort of get that done because he probably has quite a decent relationship with Saudi and stuff. And if he drills his own oil, which he wants to do, he's going to bring down the price. So then he can put interest rates down.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the chat. Yeah, government subsidies result in a crash in that industry generally. Yeah, they prop up the companies though before there's usually a crash. But what do we know about AI? What do we know about emerging technologies? It's the same thing as Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. There has to be a major crash event, which we've had several in Bitcoin. AI has yet to have a major crash event before it becomes like mainstream adopted. It's the same thing as everything. The dot-com bubble. The dot-com bubble is the perfect example of what we're experiencing now. It's like there's no evidence that the whole macro run is over. But what happened after the dot-com crash and all of these paper companies that were worth millions went to zero? We had mainstream adoption of the World Wide Web and home computers. Everyone was on the internet.
Mm-hmm. The real ones prevailed. And everything else.
The real ones, all of the fake shit got flushed down the toilet. The real ones survived, and now you have Microsoft and Apple and Dell and some of these other major ones.
I mean, ultimately, I feel like these giga corporations are probably going to beat a small student group if we think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a new technology that's more efficient, but it's not going to be that hard for Microsoft or Apple or Facebook to just pivot.
Yeah, I think that's still possible. The big thing too here is that we don't have the whole story because it is a Chinese-backed entity. We don't know a lot of their data came directly from exports from the rest of the AI companies. So we'll see. But like I said, we're in the middle of the event, and we're basically gapping down on everything across the board. So what do we know about gaps? Gaps on the indices, CME, they all get filled. Like there's a big gap on the Bitcoin CME, or not a big gap, but at least a local one back at 105. There's a lot of shit I'm not like overly worried about yet. It's like I said, it's 20K on the Nasdaq and 5,700 on the NQ on the S&P 500. Those are the two levels that I care about. Because if we break those on like a weekly close, that's a weekly failure structure. And then no matter what we do, it would have to make new all-time highs to invalidate a downside.
Yeah, it's starting to look a little bit rough, but not too bad at the moment. We'll see.
Well, I mean, also there's a good. I need to find it, but Bitcoin's actually has the lowest amount of retail interest right now that it's ever had since I think the summer of 21.
Wow.
I think that was the last time it was this low.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Then.
Very interesting.
I don't know if I can find that. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, I think we could.
I just shared a picture in the chat. This is where I saw it.
Let's have a look. Damn.
Boy.
That's the most violent spike we've ever had on that chart, pretty much.
Yeah.
I guess you could say 2020 May, but we all know that was fucking COVID, so it's like what you were saying about how quickly sentiment shifts is like, yeah, you're definitely right, and it's just there's a lot of.
Is that just a reflection of the retail basically thinking the top could be in, or what do we think?
No, it's just that the price of Bitcoin spiked so high that as soon as we hit the all-time high a couple weeks ago, like the first one, everyone all the retail sold their bags and went into altcoins.
Okay, fine.
And then took profit on stuff. And then now new retail interest thinks it's too expensive. So it's the same as every cycle. Like it'll start to if this is the first major flush out, then we're not distributing like we did last cycle at all. So what that really means is it's not going to be like last cycle, but there's a lot of other factors that are heavily going to influence an upside continuation. You've got Saylor, who just got approved for like the stock split, and he basically has billions now to like re-leverage. And at the same time, there's the crypto strategic reserve. You've got the lowest amount of Bitcoin supply on exchanges in history. So there's still the pending supply shock is still there potentially.
Has anyone had a look at whale movements in the last week?
Nope.
I haven't. No.
I haven't either. I just wondered what they're up to.
There's a free one on CoinGlass.
When's the new CME report?
It's already out. It came out Friday. It comes out every Friday around like 7 or 8 UTC. Okay. They were still buying on that report. But yeah, massive whale orders came in last night. I'm just looking at it now. Here, I'll share the link.
Sorry, one sec. Someone's ringing my door. Like a lot. I'll go for like 2 minutes.
They're coming for you.
Yeah, so the massive sells were at like 104.5. It was last night or yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big sell. FBI, open up!
I know a lot of people got startled by that.
And Jack is gone.
Oh, jeez. Or more realistic. Like, sir, do you have a license for that spoon? You're under arrest.
Shit.
You got a license for that, mate. You got a license for that spoon, mate.
Now come with us, please. Are we gonna visit him? Not sure. If they pay me.
You got you're under arrest for violating the plastic straw order.
Plastic straw. Oh fuck. Oh.
You're under arrest for having a kitchen knife that's over 2 inches long.
You like it too much, I guess. Oh, poor Jack.
Would it be even funnier if it actually was the cops and they were taking them? Like that would
Oh
actually
shit,
be
that would be
even more
fucking funny. I would piss my pants.
Like
Shit.
terrible. I mean, but obviously, but that would be funny.
Oh, that would be a joke.
That would be some good community drama.
But will we ever know, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at like the orders bots. Like everything turned on super aggressive this morning.
That stream just stays on for like 3 days with nothing
Yeah.
happening.
No movement. Nothing.
People start
You know
flooding
what
into this department.
You know what the worst thing is too? Like I looked into the plastic straw and like what? Because obviously, if you're drinking something like a bubbly water or whatever, like the plastic straw, like or the paper straw tastes disgusting.
Yeah.
So I looked into like the paper straw stuff and like the paper cups because we've had paper cups for years now. That shit is made with like and pulled together with like the most toxic fucking glue you could possibly put into your body.
Of course. Yeah,
Like and if you let it sit for more than like 30 minutes, it starts to break down, which releases even more of these like disgusting glue
yep.
toxic shit. It's crazy. So if it's already toxic, then you know you can't recycle it correctly. What are you gonna do? Burn it?
It's just all bullshit, you know. That's the whole thing. Like they didn't figure out something like to replace plastic for the drinks or for the straw or anything. They just like combine some shit and they just like, all right, this gonna work. Let's work with it. Fuck it. No one
Yeah,
gonna
like
look in it.
the most interesting invention that's come out of Europe in like the last 20 years is the fact that we have this stupid plastic bottle tops that's connected to the bottle now, so you can't
Yep.
take the cap off.
Dude, it's so hard to put those things back on.
It's just annoying.
Annoying, right?
Yeah.
Like trying to close my fucking Schweppes tonic bottle, it takes me about 5 minutes every time. Fucking annoying.
Yeah.
That's
And then they
to
would
control your drinking, man. It's to control your drinking.
Yeah. And now you can't even drink out of cans anymore because they have like a plastic lining in the cans
Yep.
that's fucking toxic as shit. So everything's going back like old school. Like we did that in my house. We don't have anything plastic anymore. It's all tossed. All the drink is out of a bottle.
Yeah, we tried that as well over here in Holland. Like most of the things, like from glass and that kind of things, we don't use that much plastic anymore, households. But you need to think a lot about it when you go shopping or whatever. I don't know, it's getting like a little bit irritating.
It's getting like the US
Yeah,
and Europe, which has always been pretty good. I had a buddy of mine, he's a chef, and he says he convinced me to get rid of my plastic cutting boards like a couple of years
Yeah.
ago.